Hello again, it's me, Hatman, in my very first how-to film. Welcome to the first of my Hatman how-to tapes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a birthday cake. Now, if you were going to make just a single, what they call like Victoria cake, which is the standard kind of sponge cake, I don't know why they call it Victoria sponge cake. I suppose it's named after Queen Victoria. I suppose if you were on the throne for 60 years, they'd start naming things after you. I think I'll call this the Hatman birthday cake rather than the Victoria sponge. What I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to make a double mix. So you can see I've got 6 eggs here, and rather than mix them up in 2 separate bowls, I'm going to eventually mix it all up in one bowl. You're going to be using a ratio of 6 ounces, about 200 grams of butter. This is actual butter, sorry about the product placement, and a further 6 ounces of margarine, or vegetable fats. And then for each 6 ounces of butter or fats, you're going to be using about 6 ounces of sugar. Now we want to take and of course what you also will need for a cake is self-raising flour. Make sure it's self-raising flour. Now you can see this is just basic self-raising flour. I mean, you can buy more expensive brands of flour if you like, but this will do the trick. Probably find that the stuff that you're buying in the expensive packets is just the same stuff with the expensive packaging on it. So about 8 ounces of that to each 6 ounces of butter or fats, and about 3 eggs. Some recipes say 4 eggs. I reckon 3 is enough for a single mix, but we're doing a double mix, so we're going to have double the fats, double the sugar, and double the flour, so about a pound of flour in the end. So where do we get started? Well, I always start with the fats, and you could use, if you want to be complicated about it, one of these weighing scales. Yeah, turn that on, and you can choose grams or ounces, but rather than messing about with that, let's take a common sense approach to this. This we know is 250 grams of butter, anchor butter, and we want about 3/4 of that. In fact, if you look carefully on here, you'll see it's been measured out into 50 grams sections. Well, I'm just going to cut off the bit that I don't need. Yeah, you could put all this in, but you'll have too much in then. So that's the bit I don't need. I'll stick that in that bowl there that I had the eggs in, and I'm going to stick the rest in there. Now there's all that on there, we'll get that off later. Now I want a similar amount, in fact same amount, of vegetable fat or margarine. So I'm just going to estimate it. I'm going to scoop that into there. It doesn't have to be, this is Hatman's sponge cake, as scientifically accurate as the recipes call for. Yeah, alright, if you want to follow recipes you can do that and sweat and whatever, but it's a common sense approach we're taking. So we've got about, you can see in there, our 12 ounces of fats. Let's stick that over there out of the way. Now the next thing I put in there, in the way I mix my cakes, is the sugar. So we now need about 12 ounces of sugar. I'm going to put a little bit less sugar in because I do like, because it adds to the consistency, to use golden syrup. So I'm going to put about 10 ounces of sugar. Again, I could use my fancy weighing scale machine if I wanted, or I can take the common sense approach. This is a dessert spoon, and a level dessert spoon of sugar is about 1 ounce. So I need 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so there we are, we've got our sugar in. Right, so now we've added the sugar. What I would be doing now is working on the eggs to mix in with this.